I'll start by stating my name again, which is Mohammed Sanusi, and today I've been privileged enough to manage the UpwardEco team. I defined household waste as any item or material that is prepared to be discarded, right? And this can this item like your paper, your cans, your PET bottles, your packaging materials, even your clothing and your fashion materials like your shoes. They can also be termed as waste. But for us in the industry, we look at such materials as a raw material for another production. So we always look at it as the end of life of one activity is actually a beginning of life for another activity. So when we are looking at the waste management, we are definitely looking at anything that we can take from our household, our environment, and take it into another thing entirely for new process. It can be upcycled or recycled. Those are the official languages we use. But why is this important to us? Now, if you look at it, today we have majorly 4 different angles of our life that we know that no matter what we do, we need to keep track of it. The first thing is our health. It is very, very important because they say health is wealth. And for us to be healthy, we need to prevent the disease that we get in contact with, right? And for us to keep our disease level down, we need to also live in a cleaner environment. So, if you look at the current situation of the country, you will notice that when you move from one location to the other, especially in the municipal area, you see things we call dump sites. In the foreign land, we call them landfills. These are where they dig a hole and they fill the land with our waste activity from the cities. But in Nigeria, we have dump sites. This is where, in short, there are official government dump sites, but believe you me, right now, it's like everywhere is becoming a dump site for everybody in the country, right? And these things, it has a lot of effect on our health, on our environment, and this is really, really caused because there is a lack of awareness. And where there is a little awareness, believe you me, there is no economic potential in it to get people to also want to participate correctly in it. So believe you me, it's giving us some challenges and headaches. So that's why we came up on board and decided that, okay, what can we do to help? It's not about what they can do to help us, but what exactly can we do to help, right? For us as an individual, we believe that everybody should be a contributor to the cleanliness of their neighborhood. But it's not just about you being a contributor. We also want to see a situation where, as I'm contributing to a cleaner neighborhood, I want to get paid while I am doing that. Because at the end of the day, is where I have my source of income that I put much of my effort in making it better, right? So if I can do that, it means even me, my community, and everybody around me should be able to also be earning a living in things in that type of activity. So that was the reason why we came up with a platform called sendwaste.com. Of course, the sendwaste.com is a platform that helps us to instantly reward anybody or any individual, right? To be able to earn from any of their sustainability efforts. When I say sustainability efforts, it means if you are doing anything that is going to help the environment, you should be paid for it, right? So that is what we came up. We developed the software and we put it on this website, sendwaste.com, where we are making sure that everybody that comes to see it should identify with us and benefit from it. And the first one is, you should, as an individual or a business or a household, you should be able to be benefiting financially and even financially, basically, from your proper waste management. That is one. But there are other people who are like, okay, I'm not really engaged right now, or I want to be an entrepreneur. Of course, you can also build a business or build a platform, right, using sendwaste.com. We call it collection centers. And apart from that, we also have on the sendwaste.com platform that as an individual, if you perform any green task, when we say green task, is anything that will help the environment to be more sustainable, right? You should earn a reward from it. That is what we brought in at Sendwaste. It was earning through Sendwaste work. The first thing is we have people, we say people who generate their waste, right? We pay cash for each of the kilogram of any recyclables you do or we pick up from your premises. And how does this work? First, I know in the next of my slides, you are going to see how you can become part of it, right? But if you are on sendwaste.com and you are generating waste, especially the ones we call the recyclables, once any of our collectors come to your premises, they weigh the amount of recyclables that you have, right? They pay you instantly based on the amount of the recyclables they are able to pick from your premises. Then aside from that, you also earn a coin for that contribution you have done to the environment. Then as for individuals who want to use it as a business, they can build collection centers in their space, using their space or the one we are able to set up with them, right? Then if they invest in that, they will also earn money, like they earn a living, because it will be a full-time business for them. Every day they have to go there on site and help us to do this collection, and we come there we buy the waste from them, just like they act as a collection center and an aggregator too. So they use the platform to manage collection centers and even the households that are attached to them. Then apart from that, if you are an advocate, just like people who, okay, I'm not doing, I don't have the capacity to be keeping the recyclables, or I don't have the finances to also manage the collection center. Of course, if you're an advocate, you can also earn Eco Coin by performing green activities, which as we proceed, we are going to list out how the kind of that you can. One beautiful thing about Sendwaste is we have designed it in a way that even you as an individual, right, you can recommend that, oh, this task, why don't we perform it? If you put it on the Sendwaste platform, we'll see it as an admin if it is good enough, because we'll ask questions and know, okay, how good, what is the environmental contribution of such activity, right? Then if we approve it, every other people can pass and we earn some coin in it. And apart from that, we can also say, oh, if I have a network of people, right, you can spread the word and you earn through, they'll pay you either transfer, or if you want it to be left on your dashboard, anyone that you want is best for you. Now, this is where it becomes interesting. The moment you give them that we have to, on your dashboard, you see 2 kg. You have to approve that it is 2 kg, so that everybody will know that yes, it is true or it is false. If not, if it is 5 kg and they are saying it's 2 kg, you can raise alarm that no, it is 5. Then another very important thing that I'll need us to also know is, as you are being paid this instant reward, right, you are also getting coin value for that effort that you have done, for your sustainable effort that you have done. You are also going to get a coin value. Then after that, you also earn a cash reward and for every of your green contribution you do. So the most important thing is you register an account. Once you register an account, you immediately start performing activities to earn your Eco Coin. And apart from, once you are done with that, or as you are doing that, you can get activated based on the collection center that we have close to you. So that's how that works. Next, I want to talk about the user categories. Basically, we have 2 user categories on sendwaste.com. We have the households or individuals or businesses, which they are the people that helps us to either aggregate their waste for us to come for pickup, or they want to earn for their sustainability effort. So for people like us, who are the users, who are the individuals and households, they can easily schedule for pickup or for their recyclables, or they can drop off at the nearest collection centers. So as I mentioned earlier, we currently have collection centers in Abuja, in about 3 locations in Abuja, which we are going to increase it to about 10 before the end of this month, hopefully. But outside Abuja, I want to believe that by the end of this conversation, this call now, maybe by tomorrow or next week, we'll start knowing how many we'll be able to open across, and what can make us to open more collection centers outside of Abuja is directly proportional to the number of people that we have concentrated in a particular location. That is what will make us to go and open a collection center in that kind of location. It's as simple as that. Then you can earn cash for your recyclables that we collect, right? So for you as an individual, you earn your cash and you also earn your coin for any of the sustainability activity that you partake. Now, another very important thing that SendWaste platform brings for you as a user is that it helps you to keep your sustainability contribution, your effort that you are doing. We are helping you to keep that record. So on every day, you can just log into your dashboard and you can tell anybody on earth that, look, I am living a sustainable life. How do you prove it? Just go to your dashboard 6 months, 1 year, 2 years down the line. We can know how many of the contributions you have done to the world at large, if not just your community, right? That is something that we have in mind. Then aside that, you are going to also have opportunity to join community events and challenges through our platform, and this will also be contributing to your environmental impact, and even the coin you are going to be earning, and have the opportunity to also earn from other people who you are going to refer. So one very important thing with our share and earn aspect is anybody that you successfully refer to the platform that registers through you, believe you me, any of their sustainability effort that they are doing, even if you don't do anything, right, you are benefiting from that person for lifetime. It's just like you doing an effort once, and from that time on, that person's effort that they are doing, you are benefiting from it, in as much as sendwaste.com platform is still in existence. Then another important aspect is the second user categories. Now, these second user categories are the collection centers or the collectors. For this, the SendWaste platform is designed to give you access to tools to manage waste intake, inventory, and user data through the platform. So on SendWaste platform, once you identify as a collection center or as a collector, you can build different collection centers and you use SendWaste platform to manage them, right? Then at that, it's just like you running it as a business. All the users that are registered within your proximity automatically will attach them to your and all the waste that is coming in from there, they are all going to come through you. Of course, these materials that we are recovering, is not like we are going to give them out for free. We pay people for it to go there. So that's why we pay people to collect. At the collection centers too, they also get benefit from it. It's like they are selling it again to another optical that is going to use it for the final product. So at every level of activity, everybody earns their money as they are justified. Then another aspect is all the recyclables that we collect from households, right? We generate income from that as a collector or collection centers. And believe you me, one very important aspect that we have been able to design on the platform is you don't have to be looking for people to become your users on that platform alone. The SendWaste platform has been designed so that anybody that is registered automatically, if they are close to your collection center, automatically be activated into your collection center. So your own is just to go send your collector to go and pick their waste and bring it. They pay them. Then when you aggregate enough, let's say 100 kg, 200 kg, we send to come and pick it. And as we are picking it, we are paying you to pick it from there. So it's as simple as that. Then the platform too is used. You can also use to host your own event. The specific event that you want to host, you can host it as a collection center user. Another very important one is you can use it to monitor your operational metrics. So you use it to track your finances, optimize your waste collection process, and basically you use it to manage your own business, like you setting up a business on your own. So this is the little I say let me share, because this is if I say I want to talk very deeply about send waste platform, believe you me, it will take more than 1 hour. But I say let me not take us too much because I know we are very time conscious. Then from there we can also get questions, and from my response I believe we'll be able to also get to understand more. So let me stop here and get your feedback on that before we proceed. Thank you very much.
Hi, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
What if we are in Yobe? We are in local area in Yobe.
Okay.
What of issue about the collection center?
Okay. Collection center in Yobe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very easy. What we are looking out for, I know Yobe is a state, not like a local government, right?
Yeah.
Aha. So just like as I've said earlier, if we are going to open a collection center, the first thing is
Okay.
we need to know the users that we have around there. It means we are going to be opening collection centers based on how many people registered from that location.
Okay.
Yes. So if we have up to 1,000 people, for example, registered from Yobe State, and we are
Yeah.
getting 200 of them are registering from, let's say, Damaturu, okay?
Uh-huh.
And it
Yeah.
might be that that Damaturu will need to look at what is their proximity to themselves, right? So that is what will make us to decide, okay, should we give Damaturu one collection center or should we give them two? Or then we now start looking at the remaining 800. Are they spread around where we can give them one and we can manage the logistics? So that is what will help us to do that. I don't know if that helps.
Okay.
Yes, but definitely we'll scale and get our collection centers across Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yes. I'm seeing some raise of hands. Umaru
Good evening,
Ogu.
sir.
Oh, okay, go ahead. The person is already, someone is
Oh,
already speaking. Go ahead.
okay. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah. Okay, sir. And I stay in Ibadan. I want to ask if someone want to serve as a collection center. So, like,
Okay.
what are the procedures? Like, what are the process? Maybe the registration. Because I'm actually looking for a project. I want to work on a project. So I'm considering serving as a collection center where people will be able to bring the waste, and then after maybe up to like 200 or 100 kg as you've said, I'll be
Yeah.
able to dispose it to wherever channel it is going. So I want to ask, I'm in Ibadan presently, so if someone wants to act as a collection center, so how are we going to go about it?
Okay, so basically, the first and most important thing is you need to register an account as a vendor or a collector. That's the first process. Are you with me?
So I've done that.
Then,
I've done that.
so what we do is people that have shown that interest, we will now look at their location, and there is a form on it. You see a form to register a collection center. I don't know if you saw
Okay.
it on your dashboard.
Maybe I will try to check it.
What
I
I'll
did
do
not
is let
notice
me see.
that.
I'll share my screen now again, and then I'll log in
Okay.
as a what's the name? As a vendor.
Okay.
I'm trying to share my screen so that we'll make it more practical. Sendways.com share. Okay, let me know if you are seeing my screen now.
Yeah, we've seen this screen now.
Okay, so I just logged into sendways.com now, and this is a vendor dashboard. This is what it looks like. Okay, so you just come to collection center, right? And you do create collection center. Once you do create collection center, you can fill the information that are here. You can see this is my phone number that was registered when I was registering the account. So I'll do all this. Once I fill all this information and register, now you can see we try to get the information that will make life easy for us. All right. So once you submit, for us, we will call you where necessary to get further information to know what we are providing. It might be that you don't have a land and you need a support for renting of a land. It might be that you don't have a weighing scale. It might be that you don't have protective gear, right? So we will know what it means for us to activate that collection center. But this is the most important step. Once you submit this, then we'll now get back to you and get it activated once every other thing is done. Does that help?
Okay. Yeah. That I've gotten that. Okay. So please, before you go, sir. So it doesn't mean that I must have all those maybe all those equipment. You can assist in providing all those equipment.
Yes, right now we are working on as I told you, we have capacity to activate up to 10 before the end of this month. Right? We have that capacity. So, but if you already have, it's not like we are going to dash it out, right? It's a business. So even if we are providing for you, definitely we have to find a way to get our money back to activate another one. So if you have, it is your own. But if we are the one bringing it for you, it's like we are renting it for you. Then once you pay us the money to activate another one, then it becomes yours. So it's as simple as that.
So it's like renting it out. So we like paying it in then maybe
you can use it to activate
installment. Okay. No problem. I will do that. I will do justice to that one now. The collection center form. I will go and apply for it.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. That's what I want to know.
All right. Okay, so Olowo Joshua, I think you are next, except if we have answered your question. Oh, Hasia Mohammed, it's like you have a question.
No, sir, I don't have a question. Good evening, sir.
Okay, you unmuted. No problem. Okay, go ahead.
This is Umoru.
Umoru, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, and thank you for the wonderful presentation. When I saw this the link, I was actually excited about the prospect of actually practicing environmental protection activities. And it's a nice initiative that you have started. It shows that we have the planet as a whole at heart. And after navigating through the platform, it's really complex and really rich. So, and I tried to, what is this called? To create a pickup or something like that. But I could not, I did not see in the drop down for the state, there was nothing coming up. I don't know if that has been rectified already. The pickup list.
Okay.
That was about 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay, so can you still see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so I'm signing out now. I want to log in as what's the name now? As a user. Let me see, msanusi269 at gmail.com. And what do we have here? Just so that's the login details. Fine. Like here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the thing. If you remember in my presentation, I say once you register here, right? This is the best you can do right now. Why you cannot move further from here to do anything in terms of requesting for pickup or going for drop off is you have not been activated.
Okay.
Now, how do you know when you are activated? If you go to your dashboard and click on dashboard analysis, right? If you look at my center code, you see nil. Okay? So anybody that is activated, you see your center number, my center code, you see it here. The number will be activated. You know it. Does that make sense? Umar, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so it's only when you are activated, because even if you say you are requesting for pickup, who will come and pick? Nobody, because you have not been activated.
I get it now.
We expect that before you are activated, we have provided you with our green bin. So we know that you are already actively keeping these materials for us.
Okay.
So you can now request for pickup or you want to drop off. And when the drop off is active, the moment you say drop off, it will lead you to the address of the exact place that you need to drop it off. And as you are dropping it off, you are getting paid and you see the result on your dashboard. So another thing that I did
and
mention,
secondly, thank you for that.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So my other concern is among the items that you collect, you have sachets and nylon and the rest. And I'm wondering if the sachet water, the one with pure water, leather, the nylon, is among these categories.
That's the sachet, PWS. That's exactly, in short, that is the one that we are looking out for. Sachet water.
Okay.
Pure water leader. Don't even call it sachet.
Because I've been concerned about the liters this nylon costs in the environment, because I've observed that they are one of the major litters anywhere you go. Yeah. So it's really nice that we get to keep the environment tidy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Adamu, I think your hand is raised. Adamu Idaku.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Adamu Idaku from Lokoja, Kogi State.
Oh, that's interesting.
Nice meeting with you people. I'm happy, and I'll be listening to the presentation very carefully, and it is quite interesting and highly innovative. We have really tried. And the question, all they have said is what I wanted to ask. I was talking, my mind is on this collection center. So, because now Lokoja is very close to Abuja.
Yes.
And we are a gateway to Abuja. Many states are passing through here. And if you look at the rate at which we are facing a waste issue here, is not what to say. Especially when you get to that Natako side, you see that this pure water sachet is littered on the road everywhere. The state is trying, but they are losing the battle because of the population of people that are passing here, the traffic.
On a daily basis, yeah.
Yes, on a daily basis. So I'm also prospecting to have a collection center here. And I'm listening to all you have told everybody. So I will register first, then where I'm getting confused, I'll try to contact you. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So, Mr. Ozeru. Mr. Ozeru Yerima. Okay. Chinwe.
Yes,
oh, okay.
Good evening.
Go ahead, anybody. Good evening, I can hear you.
Good evening. Okay, so this is Chinwe.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you so much.
Let Chinwe can come in.
All right, so good evening and thank you for sharing during this lecture. It was practicable and it was okay. So I just wanted to ask, for Abuja, for instance, there's the APB, right? And there's the development control and all these other authorities, for instance. Do you people have like any form of clearance or registrations with regulatory authorities? And there's also the NESRIA or the environment. Because, for instance, if one decides to set up a collection center, I hope that I don't have issues with regulatory authorities. You know how Abuja is down on stuff and say blah 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 and all that. So I want to know what the regarding that, because I'm also looking at. I've always wanted, to set up stuff. I have also amassed quite a lot. I wanted to use for a project, So this for me is like what will send waste, do in terms of acquisition and approvals. Do you guys get involved in that, or is this solely the person who wants to set it up that have to go about getting all of that? That's one. Two, are there like registration that you guys have done that you can share with vendors who want to have this space, so that if I just show them and say no, it's a send waste affiliate or something, that can be like a waiver. Do you understand? For stuff, because you don't want them clamping down on stuff. You're collecting people's waste, you're supposed to sell and give them money, then authorities come and they clamp down and this kind of stuff. So I would like to know if there are things like that in place and if there are considerations like that. I've listened and I know what it means to have like a collection center. I would register because I want to be a collector. I live in an environment where I know that there will be a lot of people coming to give, their waste and all that. Their party venues, just different things. So, but just clarifications on that, regulatory authorities, stipulations, and all those guidelines. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the good thing is definitely if you want to operate in Nigeria or any business generally, you need to be first identify with the laws, because there is always a law of the land. Currently, what we are operating on is the fact that the number one, AEPB, we are still with them. The whole thing is the way what we are bringing. If you look at our solution, there is no sector directly involved with us. The only thing is we are playing in the environmental space. So for AEPB, when we approached them, sometimes I think it was in January, February, they thought we are a waste management company, which we are not. Told them, and now they knew it's not. So we even had to start run a pilot for them, which the pilot we have submitted, and we've sent back our report of the pilot for them. As it speaks, we are waiting to give us we need to do. So if you note, platform has been live for about 2 weeks now, but we just got a little clearance. Okay, let's know how many people are interested in this. Now, what this means for us is we are also looking at the user base to present to them, because we are bringing in something. We are not waste management, neither recycling, right? But we want to be able to capture the accurate data and also get our users or people who are environmentally friendly to also benefit from it directly. That's the end users. So for AEPB, there's a little bit of understanding that needs to be done, which is for them to learn from what we are doing. That's why they are giving us a window of operation, right? To be able to understand, we are feeding them with the data on what we are doing to give us that approval and how they should even be able to operate with us. Also in talks with them. So it's part of we are managing 3 collection centers right now in part of the pilot we are doing. So for that, we are in talks with them. If we are going to increase our collection, which we already submitted and we are working actively towards that, believe you me, it's still them that will give their approval for us to proceed on that. Now, for Nesria, we have submitted. We are supposed to meet with them. I think it was last week Tuesday. We couldn't because the director was not on seat. So our letter is still with them. We need to also come and do a presentation of this. Why this is happening is it's not like nobody have done something like this before, but our own angle we are bringing in is different. So it means we need to do a lot of presentation, give them a lot of understanding before they even know the exact way to regulate us. But all in all, what we are doing is we are plugging into their existing infrastructure to be able to also deliver and to help them to deliver more better to the end users. So when it comes to answer your question directly, when it comes to regulatory bodies, we are with them and they are also learning alongside with us as we are learning, because it's not like it is something that is already done. Like I've done it before, but SendWaste is one of its own kind right now that is going to open a sector and an industry of its own. So it's a learning curve for them and all. Opportunity to get started while they learn from us, and we help in the policy direction in the nearby future. So that is what we have on ground. And it's not just Nesria. Even what's the name? National Bureau of Statistics is with us on this. Federal Ministry of Environment is with us on this. Who again? National Climate Change Commission is also with us on this. So about 5 national organizations, they are with us. The most important thing is we are with them as they are with us, and we are learning the process together. And I hope that clarifies things for you.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, you did clarify a few things. I also mentioned development control. You know how it is in Abuja, setting up stuff. Are there any form of restrictions / waivers following the master plan where we cannot site in a collection center? Do you have any agreement or
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So for
with them.
development control, the exact waiver or where we shouldn't set up a collection center, but the model we are running, we are not looking at a full-blown infrastructure for collection center. Our infrastructure facility that we are looking at setting up is not a collection center, but is an aggregation facility, which everything from collection centers get there. So our model is simple. Our collection centers, especially in a high-brow municipal area, we are not looking at something visible. We are looking at someone that has a garage that is not using, that can outsource it for us or that can lease it to us. That is a collection center. And in our collection center, we shouldn't have a material that is more than 50, 100 kg, right? As little as that, we can be able to move it from there. So for the development control too, when we reached out to them through the FCT Secretary General, I've forgotten their name, in the FCDA office, which through Recyclers Association of Nigeria, we've been able to reach out to them too, which the conversation, the government thing, it's not something that you come there today and in 1 or 2 weeks, they give you what you are looking. In short, to book a meeting is something very, very hectic, but we are still with them, talking with them. But our model is simple. We are not looking at something that is going to be open to public or this. No, our collection center is something that can fit into anybody's garage, that will not take up more than 50, 100 kg of material. Then we move from that collection center to the aggregation center. And our aggregation center is what we are really, really focusing on to even talk with the development control at this point. I don't know if that clarifies your question.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's fine. Thank you.
All right. Okay, next person. I don't know. Is it Abdul Kadir Abubakar?
Hello, good evening,
It's
sir.
Abdulkadir.
Okay. Adediran, you hold on. Let Abdul Kadir go on.
All right, sir.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for the presentation. It was a really great one. My name is Abdulkadir from Bayero University, Kano. Are you with me, sir?
Go ahead, Abdul Kadir.
Yeah,
You
you've
people.
answered most of the questions, so I just want to add to the question, which is the waste you are going to be collecting are the plastic cans, sachet water, and so on. So the price, is it going to be different or it will be the same for every type of waste?
Okay.
The second question.
Okay, go
Should I
ahead.
continue with the second
Go
question?
ahead.
Yeah. The second question is about the logistic. So from the collection center in each state, let's say for example you open new centers. So what's the plan for the logistics so that there will be easy movement from each center to another?
Okay,
That's
thank
all.
you very much. For the pricing, definitely in the industry, every material has its own pricing value. So one very important thing you should note is I think about almost all materials, every month there is always a price review. It can just like what is happening in the oil industry. Like
Yeah,
as
there's
of
the market
today,
for it.
yes, as of today, I can tell you the PET, which is our bottled water, in Lagos today is around 650 to 700 naira per kilogram,
Okay.
right? But that is when you either crush it or you bale it. Now, for if you are going to buy it directly from the household, it might be as high as maybe 200, 220, or 250, depending on the location, right?
Yes.
Then before adding logistics and everything. So why am I saying this? That is for PET bottles. For sachet water is as high as, let's say, 60, 70 naira per kilogram. But when you go to aluminum can and what have you, that price can go
Multina
to
can.
as high as 1,000 naira plus, right? So each material has its own
Yes, sir.
price range, and is dependent on the what's the name? The need in the market, and that can change from time to time. Then, in terms of logistics, remember we are just as we say we are looking at having collection centers, right? But for
Yes, sir.
us at Upward Eco generally, who created the Send Waste platform, what we have been able to do right now is we have been able to map out some organizations we can partner with who are already doing into material recovery, recycling, or even upcycling. So I can give you an example of guys like EcoBata, who we have a standing agreement with to even be one of their collectors, right? So once we activate in a location, let's say in Kano, and EcoBata is operating there, or they are already moving their materials for recycling purposes. So we'll just plug into it and activate them that, okay, we have just brought a collection center in BUK online. So it can be the one in, what's the name? In Kabuga campus or in the other of your campus, right? So the moment we have that, it's just left for them and they're already existingly active in that area. So it's now they will handle the logistics.
Okay.
Okay, that
Okay,
is
sir.
for where we don't have our own power like Abuja or Lagos. Okay, that's what we have mapped out to do. And in somewhere like Port Harcourt, we already have such type of agreements with. Then another very interesting thing is we are taking this thing in stages. Currently, we are looking at 3 items: the pure water sachet, the PET, and the can. That's the one we are very active on. But we already have a standing partnership to start going for textile waste. We are already discussing for organic waste. the organic waste is going to carry the cartons and even the food peels, or what's the name? The waste from farms. Okay? So
Yes, sir.
we are already in that discussion, which means maybe if God helps us as we progress in the next 3 months to 6 months, we should bring in maybe 3 more lists of items we can begin to pick up. So that is how we are moving on our plans on ground, and I hope that answers your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Please, Adediran, you can go ahead.
The initiative. I'm calling from Ilorin, Kwara State, and I also have an intention of having a collection center here in Ilorin. Then the question I'm having there is that, like now, some people, the moment they get known about this initiative, they would like to bring their waste down to the collection center. How would the payment be? Will it be that the company will supply their amount, give their amount the amount will be paid to the person who is having owns the collection center at that place? And what would that material also be used for at the end of the day? Is it on the interval that is coming to pack the waste that was being connected, or how, sir? Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. So yes, this is a very critical thing, and believe you me, we are still trying our best to make sure that everything is seamless. But of course, we know how the processes are in the country. Now, the way the platform is developed, right? We are supposed to do a seamless payment. But you know, when you start doing anything seamless payment in the country, there are a lot of things that you need to have in terms of approval. We want to focus on, what's the name? Waste management, environmental sustainability, recycling. We don't want to do anything financial technology. But when we are talking about instant payment, definitely we need to also be able to pay people instantly. So what that means for us is, yes, on the platform it is designed through our coin. We can pay, we can reward instantly. Okay? But since we have not gotten approval from the likes of CBN to be able to do that, we can't do exactly from start. In the nearby future, once they give us that approval, of course, it's about our financial backing, right? Then we can be able to seamlessly pay the user on the spot. But if not, at this point, what we do is, if we have the collection center, especially our own collection center, okay, we are able to make that payment directly from our own account instantly for that. But that is for our own, because if it is not the one that we sent above, right, control over that, then we will now start thinking, okay, how are we sure they will keep the material for us? Because as a collection center manager, you have 100% right over your material that you have collected to sell to anybody that you want to. But if you can't, we as UpwardEco, we can buy it from you too, then sell it to any off-takers that is within you or that we deem fit to sell it to. So it is now an arrangement. If you don't have the financial backing to do it, we can have an arrangement you can do with our own finance to manage your collection center. But again, that boils down to the trust and the kind of agreement that we are able to have for you to manage that collection center properly. I don't know if that answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, we have 2 more hands, and I think that will be. Oh, okay, yeah, we have 2 more hands. Usman and Hasia. Oh, we have 3. Bukar, Hasia, and Usman. So after these 3, I think that's where we'll call it a day. Mr. Usman. Okay, Hasia, you can go ahead.
I'm calling from your business.
Oh, we have Yobe people here today.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for joining.
So my question here is that where is going to be our registration center in Yobe State, because more than 20?
Okay, so what we are going to do for Yobe State is we are also looking at the number of people. Don't say you are 20. Out of 1,000 people, sorry, about 700 and something people that showed interest. I think Yobe State has about 100 people.
Yeah.
So that Yobe is something of there is going to be something of very interesting task for us to take.
Exactly.
I think it's somewhere that we are going to be working with immediately. But what we need to do is we need to look, sit back again and look at the data and see how best we can activate. Because if you look at Yobe as a state, is one giant landmass, right? And you're looking at transportation to move things from one place to another. So we consider all those things. But believe you me, very soon we will activate a collection center or two in Yobe State. But before we do that, you can already start earning coin on the platform by performing activities that we are going to start listing from next week. I hope you know that. Madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So automatically, you don't have to wait to start even earning money from your waste alone. You can start participating in those activities and you start earning your own coin from now. So that once you activate, you will not be the same mate. Because on the platform, if you look at my screen, right, you will notice that there is level here. And every you are an eco explorer. There are 5 different levels. So what it means is someone that is in level 1, if you are earning, let's say, 200 naira per kilogram, so the next. Yeah, so that's what it means. And your contribution is not just about the waste that you are able to aggregate, so it contributes to your level that you can migrate to the next level immediately. That's
yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful section. And I'm currently in Benue State, and I think this has been the major problem at hand when it comes. And how will that person? How will the management to be able to detect that? Okay, this person joined using my link, something of that kind, the referral link. I'm done. I don't know which link I will send.
Are you seeing
my? We know that yes.
Are you seeing my screen? Let me so that you know do this thing.
Funny enough, I can't even see your screen.
The affiliate marketing. Okay, see the affiliate marketing. You click on referral link. Well, that the only thing that is stopping him from opening a collection center there is because I have not given him go ahead. So Benue State is also very close to my heart, and I'm sure it's one of the top priority before the end of this year. So we are going to have it there.